Oh Jesus. Hi. Hi. It's been a little while, just 2 weeks, or maybe 3. But it's just because it was the holidays, I did nothing. So I was really just laying around, having fun, going to parties. So I didn't really get a time, I didn't really take the time to make any videos. So I'm here now. Happy New Year to everyone. I hope that this year will be always better than the year before. And yeah, this year I succeeded at my Goodreads challenge, which did not happen last year and the year before for some reason. And I just wanted to share this with you guys. This year, last year, I read 31 books. 26. Not what I was going for, but anyways. I read a lot of books. Most of them were school related, so it was a bit frustrating at times to just keep reading stuff that I didn't want to read. But overall, I have some highlights I want to talk about because I don't have any list of the best books of 2017 because I really did not read that much. So I'm just gonna put some highlights of the books that I read and the books that I really enjoyed. So of course I have P.S. I Still Love You by Jenny Han, the second book in the To All the Boys I've Loved Before trilogy. I believe it's a trilogy. I gave this book 4 out of 5 stars and I really enjoyed it. I have also made a book review if you want to see. I'll link it down below. I really liked it. However, I'm not sure I'm going to read the third book just because the guy that I personally am fond of is not in the third book, so I may not read that. We'll see about that. The other book that I am going to highlight this year is the end of the Grisha trilogy, so Rune and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I read this book. Well, I actually kind of reread the whole series because I didn't remember all of it really, but I really passed through the pages for the first and second book. I just really reread the highlights of the books, and I went on and read the whole thing of the third book and I really enjoyed it. The ending was crushing. I really cannot wait to pick up her next book. It's not from the Grisha trilogy. Wait. Well, it's from the shadow-ish thingy world, but it's Six of Crows and it's before or after, I don't remember. But it's in this world and it looks really good. Another highlight that I read was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard, the first book in the Red Queen trilogy series, I don't know. However, it was a really good first books in a while that I really did not see the ending coming, and I was like, oh, what is going on? It was so surprising and heart crushing. It was really hard for me to read. I was like, no, this cannot happen, and I didn't want it to happen, and it happened, and it was And finally, a book that I read in the very beginning of 2017 was Horizontal Collaboration by Navi. This is a graphic novel in French. Obviously, it doesn't exist yet in English. I don't know if it's going ever to, but I'm gonna talk about it anyways. This is a graphic novel about our people living in an apartment, and all of these lives are connected to each other, and one of them is going out with a Nazi soldier, but her husband is a war prisoner, so it's kind of a weird situation. We also have another girl that's hiding a Jew in her house, and we have this old lady that always seems to be suspicious of everybody. So it just really was an interesting, really interesting story. And oh my god, the imagery was so beautiful. No, I didn't make a book review, but I talked about it in my All-the-shorts-readathon, and it was really good. In that video I showed the imagery of the book, so if you want to go see that, you can click down below. I'm gonna put the link. These were the books that I really enjoyed last year. This year my goal is to 30 books. I have not started any yet. Well, I've started one in French, but I think I'm gonna pause it for a little while. Not really. It's a really contemporary, cheesy book, and I think I'm going to go more into a fantasy book. I don't know. I don't know what I'm feeling yet, but I feel like I'm going to pick up something like maybe Cinder by Marissa Meyer. It's been a long time since I've had this book on my shelf, and I even have the second one, and everybody's saying that it's such a good series and it's all about fairy tales, and I love that, so I should really pick up this book soon. So that was it. Goodbye.